Your affairs in order. It's not something we like to think about, but estate planning can be the biggest gift you give your loved ones. Here to explain the benefits of estate planning and the challenges of having no plans are attorneys Jeffrey Burr and Rebecca Haynes of the law firm of Jeffrey Burr. It's great having both of you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Well, it's listen. Well, he's usually welcoming people into his office. Welcome to my office, Jeffrey. So let's explain what an estate plan is and why it is so important to have one.
Well, basically an estate plan is the process of getting your affairs in order so that if something happens to you, there's clear, concise directions for your family to follow.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, they try to avoid getting the estate plan done. They don't want to think about the fact that we're all mortal. They think they might be the one to beat it. We never end up doing it. And having this in plan, especially in our senior years, is super important. Why is it so important, and why is this only for the wealthy, or is this for everybody?
I think it's important because you're creating the documents that will speak for you when you can no longer speak for yourself.
Gotcha.
Whether you're incapacitated or gone, it's just leaving clear directions for your family. And a lot of people think it is just for the wealthy, but it's really for everyone who wants to provide a smooth transition from when they're gone to their loved ones.
I think some people, they hear the word estate, they think, oh, I have to have a
Right.
palace to have that. Not the case at all. So what goes into an estate plan? Is this something I could just jot down on a piece of paper or do some form on BuzzFeed online or something like that, or no?
Well, it's very important to do it and do it right.
Yeah.
And a lot of thought needs to go into the plan. And there's a lot of moving parts to it. You want to make sure that you identify all your assets, that you very clearly title them in the right way,
Yeah.
and that you make them part of your plan. So you don't want to, basically try to save money on doing an estate plan. You want to do it the right way because it's one of the most important things you'll ever do.
Yeah, no question.
And too, unfortunately, on the back end, when we see people doing the do-it-yourself plans, their loved ones spend more time and money on the back end when they're gone trying to fix the problems or, make sure that those documents actually do what they're supposed to when they don't always do.
This is what we're talking about, probate, I'm guessing. Probate is not fun. Luckily, I've not been a part of it. I've only just been a part of family members squabbling, which is not fun either. But probate can be a real pain in the neck for something that should be fairly clear-cut. Explain what the average probate process is like.
Well, probate is a court process that you must go through if you do not have a living trust or some other similar device. And basically, it's the process of having someone appointed as your executor or administrator, having them inventory all of your assets, bring those before the court, have the court supervise the transition of those assets over to your heirs, but it's a very costly, time-consuming process.
Wow. Yeah, not something we really want to be a part of. If we can't avoid it fully, though, is there a way to make probate a little less painful?
Well, we can avoid it in Nevada. A popular way to do that is by creating a living trust. And by creating a trust and transferring your assets to that trust, you can totally avoid the probate process if you plan carefully.
Awesome, which is great. Is there a certain age where we should start thinking about doing an estate plan, or is this something we should just think about omnipresently, always, at any time of our life?
Well, usually people don't think about it until, they're probably a little bit older, like mortality is starting to get, closer. But usually the famous cases that we hear about, the younger people that don't have an estate plan in place, like the Terry Schiavo case.
That's right. Yep.
She didn't have anything in place, and look what happened. So
Major
really,
legal boondoggle.
yeah, it's for everyone.
Another thing is for anyone with minor children, it's very important to have an estate plan because it's in your planning that you identify who the guardian of your children will be.
That's true.
And if you don't do that, then the court decides.
Heaven forbid
Yes.
that both parents are in a car, something may happen, the kids are alone, what's to happen to them? If you're leaving it up to the state, that's no fun for anybody. Even if there is a willing participant, a willing parent, or a person within your family, it still has to go through probate, and it's very confusing for the kids. How do we get on the ball creating an estate plan? How do we do that?
Well, the most important thing is just to begin the process. Most estate planning attorneys in this valley will actually have an initial consultation free of charge with their clients. And if you'll go into that consultation, they'll create a roadmap for you and get the process going. And so many of our clients are so happy once it's done because they say, every time I'm on a plane flight or I'm traveling, I worry that I do not have this done. I feel so peaceful now knowing that this planning is done.
It's a nice little relief, and knowing that when the time does come, heaven forbid when that time does come, to know that your family is going to be taken care of and everything will be on the up and up.
Yes.
It's great having this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great having you. Hey, put your estate plan into motion. To learn more about making your estate plan, you can visit jeffreyburr.com or call the number you see on your screen. They have 2 locations in the Valley. One's in Summerlin, the other one's in Henderson. You don't even have to cross the 15. How nice of them. Jeffrey Burr Limited, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blind.